Oh, okay, we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, 1 minute. Uh, just go and hello, motor off. Hello, 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 hello. I hope so. Audio are in. Yep. Okay. Yo. Okay. Mm. हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम। हाँ, सो आज के स्ट्रीम पे अब हम लोग एक XML फाइल पार्सर बनाएंगे using Java. Okay, and the documentation I will be using to write the code is from Oracle Docs, official documentation of Java, of course. And I'm sure by the end of the video, or this is a part when I don't know कि मुझे कितना टाइम लग सकता है. Maybe I'll do this stream in two parts, जहाँ पे मैं फर्स्ट पार्ट पे थोड़ा सा कोड करूँगा एंड आई ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन दैट कोड एज मच एज पॉसिबल, क्योंकि मैं सीख भी रहा हूँ ऑब्वियसली जावा. एंड इन द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द कोड विल सी द एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ इट, एंड आई एम डैम श्योर कि इस कोड में एरर्स भी होंगे. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. लेट मी फर्स्ट वेट 1 मिनट. मैं C2 पे आता हूँ एंड 1 मिनट यार, इसको लेते हैं यहाँ पे. तो यार डॉक डॉक ऐड करना चाहिए. यो and and cd. Okay, Silva. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, ठीक है, गया यहाँ पे and is इसको थोड़ा सा एक्सटेंड कर लेंगे. 1 मिनट में. Hello, 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 yo, yo. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, I hope so. Audio is visible. Audio is good, and the display, the output displays, or the output stream is visible as well. So in this live stream, we'll be doing XML file passing in Java, and the reference I will be using is from Oracle Docs, official documentation in Java. Okay, so before writing the code, obviously, I'll make sure कि you refer this documentation. Okay, uh, for those who don't know, you can refer this link, Oracle Docs, Oracle Docs, docs.oracle.com/Java Standard Edition, and in the tutorial section and Java XP, there is a sax parsing.html file. So yeah, uh, I will refer this documentation and write the Java code. And don't worry, whenever you see a documentation or an official documentation of a programming language, don't worry. Uh, the people who write this documentation write such documentation in such a way that it's easily understandable by any developer, anyone who has minimal to no experience in coding. Okay, even if you follow the steps and even if you copy and paste the code inside a terminal, you will at least understand things better rather than just using AI and copy pasting. You're not using a brain there. At least when you're referring to a reference manual, uh, you actually put your brain under execution. So when your brain is under execution, and whenever you're using a brain, it's good actually because you make patterns. Okay, so that's why always refer documentation. Okay, and the feeling you get after writing code when you refer docs is something else, right? the same feeling or the sense of achievement isn't possible when you just use ChatGPT and copy paste stuff. Although it gets things done, but at the end you are not learning something. Okay, referdocs, you will definitely learn something. Okay, so starting the stream, let me go inside my folder and let me create stream java cd. Okay, यहाँ पे we have created, don't worry, I have just created a directory called stream java and I'll start execution of code here. So using vim. Okay, so if you want to write, okay, the constant number of elements. Okay, so uh, the objective, you can say the output of this XML parser from SX using SX will be that we can actually retrieve the number of elements using the local name component of the element inside an XML document. And remember that namespace names are ignored for simplicity. And for further information, do refer to the docs. And I'm sure that the link is visible here. So let's start writing the code. Okay. So can't see the terminal. Really? नहीं दिख रहा? अब दिख रहा होगा. हेलो. इसको यहाँ पे ये कर लेते हैं. इसको तो पहले ये बंद कर लेते हैं भाई. दवाई खाए हो क्या पापा? Okay. So I think so this angle is good enough. Let me increase brightness. Okay. Okay. So hello, welcome to the live stream. And so एक मिनट मेरे को चेक करने दो ऑडियो कैसी आ रही है अब तक. हेलो. ओके. एक मिनट. एक मिनट. क्लोज. बॉटम ऐड कर दे. बॉटम ऐड कर दूंगा. ओके. फाइन. कोई बात नहीं. सो स्ट्रीम मस्ट बी गुड राइट. दिख रहा है क्या है यार? दिख ही नहीं रहा बिकॉज मैं वो बेस पे आ गया. ओके कोई बात नहीं. ओके ठीक है अभी दिखना चाहिए बट ओके कोई बात नहीं. प्लीज़ बेयर विथ मी गाइस. प्लीज़ बेयर विथ मी. मैं स्टार्ट करता रुको. We are back. We are back. Ooh, okay. So let's start. Search local name. Car. Dot. Sorry. Let's say X local name car dot Java. Okay. I. Yes. I hope so. Hmm. धीरे धीरे बोलो ना. Hello, hello. Sorry. Okay, so skeleton. Need command and argument so that you can tell the application is ready process is a fine example. Okay. Okay. One example here. Check it. Oh, we have got the code. बट इसको यूज़ नहीं करेंगे अपन. सॉरी, अपन यूज़ करेंगे. ओके ठीक है. Okay, so after that we need to import statements. Okay, fine. Sorry, they are import. इसकी पहले सॉरी पैकेज वैसे x. ठीक है. import java x dot xml dot classes. Okay. Then import arc xml dot import changes. Import sorry util dot started. Okay. थिंग्स दिखेगा नहीं है. एक मिनट रुको. हाँ, इसको इधर लेके जाते हैं. I hope so this is good. I hope so this is good. Okay, इतना ठीक ही है. This is okay, fine, कोई बात नहीं. We'll do this stuff. Okay, so यहाँ पे Java XML parser package contains X parser factory class. It creates the parser inside instance use. Okay, it throws up parser configuration is special can provide parser that matches the specific configuration. Okay, ठीक है. Message package also contains parser class which is a factory returns. Create the factory returns for person. Okay, ठीक है. Comments that person needs the classes in show to okay, ठीक है. Setting up input output. Okay, so inside the main function यहाँ पे we will have to go. Okay, so string file name is null. Okay, and obviously indentation follow भी नहीं कर रहा है यार. Maybe because I have done something wrong. Wait. Okay. Tab and school tab, school tab and school tab. Now it should follow proper indentation. Okay. So यहाँ पे file name for loop for integer is 0, I is less than length of arguments, increment I, then obviously for just for loop file name set करेंगे which is of I. ठीक है. And if I is uh, not equal to, sorry, if I is not equals to args dot length minus 1, then call this function which is usage. Okay, and inside this for loop, I guess we have another if where file name is and it's equal to null, then only we will call usage. Okay. Okay, now this code sets main method to throw an exception. Okay. Okay, I didn't write throw exception. Okay, sorry. So 10k and this a which will throw an exception. Fine. Now, okay, so public class has its main method which will throw an exception. We have defined a file name currently set to null as of now. A for loop which runs on the basis of the length of the argument. If I is less than length of the argument, this for loop will execute here. Okay, and it will check since it is the string of args. It means uh, whenever we will be compiling and execute the code, we will basically not only just mention java.name of file or java name of file. After the name of the file, we'll also have to pass a file which will be recorded as arguments. Okay, so after that basically saying that if I is not equals to args length dot minus 1, then call the usage, and if even if the file name is null, which means there are no file name or there's no file name written or no file name has written when you are executing the code of Java, it will call the usage method, and I'll tell you when the where is this usage method coming from. So after that, okay, so we are inside in a class now. Okay, so here so private static. Okay, so method which is private and static type string name is convert to file URL with the to file f is capital. I'm sorry, f is string file converted to URL. This string file name, where this and inside this method string path, it string path, which is an object of class file, and it takes argument of file name. Okay, okay, so file name, okay, file name, and method is get absolute path. Okay, and skip path, check if file and set separator character. If that character is not equals to forward slash, then what we'll do here, oh sorry, is path to path dot replace and file dot separator method again, I think so. Separator SCPE CVA, okay, separator character, comma, forward slash. Nice. अच्छा, end of statement. Okay, if statement end होता है यहाँ पे. Another if statement which says if not in path, if the path doesn't start with, okay, this, then we'll do is set path to forward slash per plus path. Then after that we will uh, return the file, obviously with the path. Okay, and this code basically says that, oh, continuation of the study. Okay, so I hope so we have properly written with indentations and stuff. If block is good, another block here is good, and this block is good, and this block is good also, I think so. I need to check here whether this is doing well or not. Yeah, this is good, and main method block is good, for block is also good, if block is also doing good, and yeah. Okay, so what this is saying that when this code sets main method throw an exception when it encounters problems and defines code. Okay, okay, so what this code is actually doing is whenever the main method is throwing an exception, obviously that main method will encounter a problem and defines the command line options, which basically tells to write the name of the XML file. Basically, the time we will compile this code, we have to explicitly mention the name of the XML file to such that this code will know, okay, we have this file in this directory and we have to pass this XML file. Or other command lines in this part of the code will examine it and say, okay, now no problem, the file name string you are given in the application, we can reach out at the file URL by entering method compile. This is done by the following coding. Okay, no problem. So I hope so anyone is watching here. Okay, mm. Ah, if the incorrect command and arguments is specified in the program using the SAX local count, application uses method is invoked to print out the correct reference on screen. Okay, no problem. So yeah, I'll do is a private method which is void, and this method is, as I said, I'll talk about it later. Now we'll use this usage. Okay. Since I said this is a void method, don't worry about it. What basically this code is doing is we'll first print the error, okay? Using system dot error dot println, sorry, println, and we'll print the usage and say that SX loop will count count and file dot XML, sorry. Okay, another system error message, system dot error, which is println usage help, then okay, in current command line assessment. Okay, so as I said, key we are using a method name here which is usage. Okay, यहाँ पे. Okay, so as I said, the usage method. Okay, so this method, this usage method is being actually written here, which basically is invoked when the command line arguments you will pass to the Java execution program, or when the program will be running is incorrect. So, okay, when the arguments specified in the program is incorrect, this usage method will be called, and doing a pretty bunch of stuff here. So I hope you will understand. And this means basically means exit with an error. System.exit with error code 1. If they're saying that this is error, and this basically helps you use the name, like, so we'll use Java name of the file and the XML file, so that this count file will refer to this XML file and the passing will be done. Okay, would be done. I'm sorry, I'm starting a lot. Oh, okay, wait, क्या हो गया? Okay, it's hard, dude. It's hard. बोलना बहुत मुश्किल है यार. बहुत मुश्किल है भाई. Okay. Then okay, the content handler interface. Okay, this important content handler. Okay, using constant 16 different finding the okay. ठीक है, so uh, the the class we mentioned here, okay, class like, so here at the end we will specify to that this class will extend the default handler, sorry, handler, okay, and same stuff. I said this, what this means is just edit this part of the code which I edited here, and basically keep all the content same. Okay, okay, so no, default handler defines two nothing methods for major events defined in the, okay, okay. Each of these methods is required. Okay, exception thrown here is sent back to the parser, which sends it on the code that invoke the parser. Okay, Now we'll learn how to handle the content events, okay? By handling content events. Okay, this code shows okay handling events when start tag content is content and data is the string appropriate is in quarter points personality is got pass. Okay, so yeah, so do here and void start document okay throws exception. Okay, this exception is that supposed to be hash table and also another public void method and document which throws exception. So this exception of the enumeration object is tags dot key. So okay, so tags is an object of new hash table and okay, object of hash table, so it will have key. Understandable. Mm, while okay, we're using the object here, right? And we will having one or more elements. The function says it here. Then only I'll say that a string tag is created, which okay typecasts string e dot next element. Okay, ah, element okay यहाँ पे integer count typecasting integer. Oh, wait a minute. Integer and tags dot will you get method call okay tag and typecasting instance and it will typecast to an integer value system dot out dot println local name okay plus the tag plus cause plus count. Okay, nice. बहुत सारी चीज़ हो गई यार Okay, fine. यहाँ पे escape. Hmm. Okay. Which elements values you will be print? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, यहाँ पे ah, hmm. Hmm. This is done. String. Oh, exception. Okay, यहाँ पे okay, यहाँ पे oh. Hmm. Okay, I think so. This is enough for this stream. I don't think so कि मैं आगे continue कर पाऊँगा. It is really hard to explain this stuff for me as of now. Okay, but I'm just letting you guys know कि for whatever we did here in the code is first of all we First we'll do, okay. So we created a package called sax, then import this stuff, then we created a class. Obviously, the name of the class is sax local name count, which extends the default handler. But before that, we move to the main method here, which basically start will be under execution when we provide the name of the file as an argument. That's why we have written here for loop, which specifies if I is less than args length, then only increment the I, and store the name of the file in args length I, which means since arguments is of data type string, it basically is a string of all arguments. So the first argument, the zeroth argument, will be the file name, and if I is not equal to args length minus 1, then it invokes this usage method, and if the file name is null, then it will still invoke the usage method. Why? Because in the 21st line, we are actually defining the method usage, where we basically print out error messages and exit the system with error code 1. Okay, so moving further up, what we just saw was that yeah, in 42k, so here we see that a class extends a default handler, and an object name tags of uh, collection hash table has been created, which is privately access modified, and a void method named start documents, which also throws an SAX exception, uses that object name tags and initializes the object in the memory using the new hash table. Okay, and also we another void method called end document, which will again throw an SAX exception. And in this block of code, we initialize an object named e of class enumeration, and it is as we assign that object to tags.key method. Okay, then inside that we run a while loop, which has the condition to check if object e, and with the help of the object b we can invoke method. So we use the method if e has more elements. If this whole value is hold true, then only we'll execute this three statements, which basically tells us the name of the tag and the count. Okay, so the tag here is retrieved by first we'll typecast object e to string and the next element, then count basically is used to tell how many times this tag has appeared in the XML document file. So that's why we have written this line of code which says that print out the local name and tag and the occurrence of the tags of and how many times has been this tag appeared in the XML document. Also, as I said, start document method, which will again throw an SAX exception method, and again here initialization of the object tags, which is of collection framework and hash table, then another void method which says start element. Now start element has a lot of arguments here: string namespace URI, a string local name, a string queue name, and attributes atts. Again, this method will throw an exception, and uh, here we defined an object key of data type string to local name and object class. From object class object, we defined a object named value and assigned that value to tags dot invoking a method dot get, and inside the get we gave it an argument of key. So whenever the value which we have used earlier, if that value is null, what tags will do is tags will call a method called put, and put takes two arguments, and that is the key, and also here we are initializing a new integer count. Okay, so again, a private string method which is convert to file URL, and it basically takes the argument of string file name. So in the string path, we initialized path to object as an object of file class. It takes the argument of file name, and which also calls again the get the absolute path, and Again, we'll check if the file is separated, file separator character is the forward slash, then path will execute this line of code, which basically replaces file or separator car with the forward slash. And if it doesn't start with the forward slash, it will explicitly assign the path to this block of code. Okay, so guys, as of now, uh, from my end, this is for the day, and I hope so you have got some idea of how much I will be involved here. So please bear with me, guys. I'll make sure कि I'll do better in the next stream, because as of now it's very hard for me to explain. This block of code is huge. I accept it, and I've also coded this earlier, but I just blindly copy pasted code from here to here. So I didn't got the opportunity to explain these block of code to everyone. Okay, but this project is really fun, and I'll make sure that at least you should try this project once, which basically is an XML handler, and you will get to learn a lot of things of Java from this live stream. Okay, so if you're watching the stream, do like, and make sure to comment on the live stream and show your presence in the live chat. That's it for the day. My name is Harsh Gupta. You are watching Notre Dev, and I'll see you in the next live stream.